Hello everyone. Let us look into this problem called pilots. In this problem, we have to run aircraft and certain configurations has been given. Every row here represents a pilot, wherein the first column represents the salary as a captain and the second column represents the salary as an assistant captain. Right? And for a plane to be run, it has to be ensured that the captain is always older than the assistant captain. And this has been sorted in the ascending order of age, which means this guy here, the 0th row is the youngest pilot, and the last row is the oldest pilot, right? And now what we need to do is we need to optimize the total salary that needs to be given across these pilots. Okay, cool. So I have already written the configurations here, and let us see how do we go about solving this problem. Now let us make some inferences. Okay, let us see if we are at. So if we are selecting the first guy can be selected as a pilot, or the first guy can be selected as an assistant captain. Now if the first person is selected as the captain, is there a way to select an assistant for him? The answer is no. Right? The answer is no, because there is no pilot of age less than 0th pilot, right? So 0th pilot is the youngest pilot, so the first pilot cannot be captain for sure, right? So I will not move across this branch here, so this branch stands invalidated. We'll move with 3000, right? Now with 3000 place, we have one assistant. Now let us see if now we have to select this guy, right? So the second guy can act as a captain, or it can act as a assistant, right? Both the conditions are fine. Let us see what happens. So if second guy starts acting as a captain, then in the plane that is being run with the configuration of 6000 and 3000, the captain is older than the assistant, right? So this configuration is fine. Now, what we have done here is that in this place here, if we look at this combination, what we have done is that we have selected two assistants, right? And the remaining two guys, which is these two guys, have to act as a captain, right? So this is also fine. We can get captains of age greater than the assistant, right? So let us move further, okay? Now in 6000 as a captain, what we can do is we can make the third guy, this guy can act as a captain, or this guy can act as a assistant, right? So I'll put a C here and I'll put a A here. Now the question is, can this guy here actually act as a captain? The answer is no, because he would not have any assistant which is younger than his age, because the only assistant that is left if the third guy is selected as captain is the fourth guy, right? And fourth guy is older than the third guy. So this graph is not possible. So this branch is not possible. So the only option that we have is selecting the third guy as an assistant. Right now, once the third guy is selected as an assistant, we have two assistants and we have one captain, which means the only option that is left with the fourth guy is to be a captain, because the number of captains are going to be equal to the number of assistant, right? Okay, so this is fine. So this is one branch that we have made, which is 3000, 6000, 1000 and 9000. Now let us look into the second branch, 3000, 2000. Now the third guy can be a captain. In fact, the only option that is left with third guy is to be a captain, right? Because we have already selected two assistants, so these guys can only be captains, right? And the fourth guy is also going to be a captain, right here. Okay, cool. Now with this in place, we have got some configuration. So this returns 9000 plus 10,000. This value here 9000 plus 10,000, 16,000 and 19,000. So the value is 19,000 here, right? The value is 19,000. But in this configuration, this is 9,000, 17,000, 21,000, and 24,000. So the minimum is 19K, right? And if we were to actually extend this whole phenomena here, if we were to actually extend this whole list of captains, then what we would have ideally seen is this tree here, right? This tree here is getting repeated. So we see the start of repetition, right? And if the number of captains would have increased, we would have seen the number of redundant subtrees, right? We would have seen the number of redundant subtrees, and for that matter, in fact, although this was an incorrect branch to take, this 8,000 could also be repeated at some point of time. So what we really need to ensure is that what we really need to ensure is that the redundant problems do not get solved, right? And what is redundant here is also something that we need to see. So the redundancy is, we chose an assistant first, then we chose a captain, then we chose an assistant, we chose an assistant, then we chose a captain, and then we chose a captain again. Then we chose an assistant, then we chose an assistant, and then we chose a captain. So the redundancy is in the number of assistants and the number of captains that have been chosen until now. So the so let's say if we have one assistant here, right, and zero captain, so zero captain, then we have to incur some cost, right? So at this place we have like zero assistant, zero captain, right? With one assistant, zero captain, there is a cost. Then one assistant, one captain, there is a cost. Then two assistant, one captain, there is a cost, and then two assistant, two captain, there is a cost, right? So we have to minimize at every certain configuration of assistant and captain, right? Ensuring that we do not solve for redundant sub problems. Okay, so now with these in places, let us look how we can go about solving this problem. So let us make a function, okay? Or I can actually go ahead and write the code for this. So what we'll do is we'll open ID1 and we'll start writing code for this. Okay, so let me import bit/stdc++ and let us make a dp variable, right? So let us make a dp variable int dp 5001 5001, and it is 5000 because it has been given that the total number of pilots are 10,000, which means half of them will be assistant and half of them will be captains, right? And now let us make a function int minimize, right? I'll simply write it min. The first thing that will send is captain count. The second thing that I'll send is assistant count. The third thing that I'll send is the total number of pilots. Then we will have a vector of captain salary and we'll have a vector of assistant salary. Okay, so base case is first. First, if captain count CCT plus assistant count, if it is greater than equals to n, we simply return 0, right? Okay, then the other condition is if we have already solved a problem. If we have already solved a problem, which means if dp captain count CT and assistant count is not equals to -1, we simply return the value of this value here. Okay. So the variables here are the count of captains that we have chosen until now and the count of assistant captains that we have chosen until now. So those are the only two variables that are defining the state of our DP. Finally, let's keep a variable ans equals to int underscore max and if count of captain is smaller than n by 2, which means we still have more captains left to be chosen, right? And count of captain is smaller than count of the assistant captain that we have chosen. So we have seen here, right? We have seen that the first guy, 5,000 here, this guy cannot be a captain because there is no other pilot which is younger than this guy, which means that at any point of time, like this, if the count of captain, right, if the count of captain is greater than or equals to the count of assistant captain, then that in such scenarios we cannot choose another captain because there would not be any further assistant left. So this condition here, CCT is smaller than ACT, actually ensures that we are choosing captains at the right point, right time. Okay, so now going further, ans equals to minimum of, actually I cannot write this function as min, so I will, minimum is what I will write, minimum of answer comma, let's say minimum of, now because I am selecting a captain, so this becomes CCT plus 1 ACT comma n comma CPT A SST plus, right, plus there is a salary which is the captain we have selected, so ACT plus CCT, this is the salary that we are going to give as a captain, right? So this is the first condition here. In the second condition, what we can also do at this point of time is that we can select this guy as an assistant, right? So if assistant count is smaller than n by 2, we can select this guy as an assistant. So what we can do here is, we simply, instead of choosing this guy as a captain, we choose this guy as an assistant, right? Now the salary will become the salary of assistant here, right? And all that we need to return is dp of CPT CCT plus ACT equals to answer, and we return the dp of CCT ACT, right? So let us quickly go and write the code for, so I have pasted this code here, right? So yeah, we have everything in place. So this function needs to be called minimum, right? So this is a code for taking the input that I'm not writing here. I already copied it. So count of captain is the first, assistant captain, n captain, and assistant variable. So everything is correct here, right? So let us go about and run this case, right? So what I'll do is, I'll quickly copy this scenario, the first scenario here. So I've copied it. Let me paste it. Oops. Yeah. And now if we run this code, let us see what happens. So it says that the answer is 19,000, that we deduced here as well. So the answer that we found here was 19,000 as well, right? So a couple of very important stuff that we have seen is, one, that if the count of captain, we can only select captains if the count of captain is actually smaller than the count of assistant captains first, or assistant pilots, because if we select captains first, then we'll left with no assistant for them to work with, right? So this was the most important concept here. And second was to figure out that the number of captains and the number of assistants is always going to be at max n by 2, and n is given to be even in the question, right? So this is how we go about solving this question. So in DB, one very important thing that we have seen is that it is the introduction of DB variable that makes the question very simple, right? Otherwise, this logic here is a standard mathematics logic, right? It's a standard mathematics logic. There is nothing great about it, but just by the introduction of some memoization in our code, we are able to reduce the running time of this algorithm, which otherwise would have been exponentially large, right? So time and again in DB, what we need to do is to figure out what is getting repeated, and then we just start remembering the values that are repeating itself again and again, and so that we do not calculate that sub problem again. And the most important other concept is to find out what are the variables against which the values are repeating. So in this case, it was the count of captains and the count of assistant captains that we have chosen, against which they were repeating. Cool, that's about this problem. I hope you have understood it. Let me know your feedbacks in the comment. Keep sharing, keep liking, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.